Welcome back to an episode of Dungeons, Dice Rolls, and Dumbasses. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tyler. Today I'm joined by Mark, playing
Jester Racing, full bore.
Furbold.
Furbolg, sorcerer.
and Keegan, playing
Hanu Papala, Total Warlock.
as well as Allison, playing
And Naira Burrell, otherwise known as Gem, the Fairy Rogue.
and Brandon, playing
Zoldan, Anelium, Asamark, Tempest Cleric.
We know how to speak. We speak English
And-
good.
John, playing
Bosch Moonblade, Rune Knight, Forge Domain Cleric.
and I could hear him fighting Sing Sorcerer in there.
Yes.
And last
Yeah.
but not least,
Rug Fucker, Ruby.
and
What is that all about?
Hail to the king, baby.
Sing Sorcerer Lady. All right, and as we last left off, in their hunt for witches, the party has found themselves going deep into a shady section of woods. After passing a large and very, very suspicious bridge, they fought quite hard against it, but eventually decided to walk across.
Run.
And as they did,
Run across.
the quick time event began. They found themselves
Resident Evil 4 bunch.
in the witch's domain as an eerie voice called out to them as waters and sky began to shift around them, leaving them stranded, surrounded by poisonous water. And
Oh, I'm
What is
burning
it,
all the
Jujutsu
trees.
Kaisen or something?
why is everything gotta be a reference to not the thing it's a reference to? Sometimes it can just be magical
domain.
D&D nonsense. You know, it is very, very JJK domain now I'm thinking about it.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, you're trapped in a dome, anti-magic. Yeah,
That's kind of what a
no
grove, like a
protection.
hag's grove is, though. It's
Yeah,
like,
you
kind of-
know.
It's their own, my domain.
Now back to my very professional recap.
Sorry.
They burned their way through the forest without looking for any other path around.
That was hilarious.
Ran up to the cabin.
Oh,
They
shit, there's
saw-
another way?
They saw the sociopathic little girl they had seen several times before. This time they decided hands on sight.
We tried to
So
diffuse
anyways.
the situation a bit, and then she said no. So okay, bye.
They tried to vaguely reason with her and resulted to arson, but on a person. Person arson.
That's murder.
Murder, they call it.
Don't worry, it's just a temporary.
And then Frog glued a chainsaw to his hand. His
Yeah.
stump.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
The hand he's
And
always known.
we discovered that the witches
The
might.
army sniffer.
We discovered the witches might possess the Necronomicon. Yay!
And then they went into this lovely, now drawn out cabin. Slight retcons to how it looks. There is inside of it, there is a decent but dusty looking bed, comfy couch, something of a desk in there, a little kitchenette, a small, decent sized like dining table where these chalk drawings are in place, as well as.
Did you watch Evil Dead? In the week that we.
Did I look at the layout of that
You
cabin
were like,
and go,
"Shit."
let me so well no, it wasn't doing the exact one. For example, not a bathroom in here. But anyways, there's also a large rug and fireplace. As we find the party, we have Zoldan staring down at the a desk that you've seen for the first time.
Wait.
As it now exists.
I thought that was where the.
Oh no! If you want to look at the drawings are here on this kitchen table.
Yeah.
There's a desk in the corner too, though.
He probably would go to that next after that.
I mean, yeah. So you've seen this book, you've looked at these pictures, and gone, "This is the Necronomicon." Which
What?
Frog has looked at and gone, "This is a drawing."
That is mahogany.
You guys are in the cabin. That's where we pick up at.
Zoldan is just rubbing his temples on his face.
The rug in the room is also much uglier. It now depicts this lovely moss green color with pine trees scattered all about it, little streaks of grass going around, and what looks like a lake in the middle.
I'm gonna investigate that rook.
Yeah, I'm right there with. I'm with the frog on that one.
They go to investigate the thing that stands out in the room.
Yep.
The rug is old and dusty, somewhat tattered.
I'll pick it up, flip it off, see if
You pick up the rug, dust clouds the room. However, underneath the rug, you do see there seems to be some kind of a door.
Look at that.
You would see there seems to be some kind of a door that leads down below, but it does have an iron padlock attached to it.
I'm gonna go look at
locking
the.
it shut.
I'm gonna go look at the desk now. I'm gonna take that Necronomicon page with me.
All right, Zoldan keeps the child's drawing in inventory, makes his way to the desk.
Mhm.
On the desk, you can see what seems to be a series of letters that have been written. Probably some envelopes, ink, a couple of burnt out candles, and the last one looks half written.
Can I? Isn't that a language I can understand?
What languages do you speak?
Common, Celestial, Infernal, Primordial, Abyssal, Draconic.
Conveniently for you, it's written in common.
Oh, shut up! Look, okay, I was. You never know.
I'm pulling you like. Yes. You can read the notes. Ah.
My character would like to read them.
So if you start with the half-written one, or well, which one you start with? So I'd say there are 3 letters here. There's 2 finished ones and a half-written one. Which one would you read first?
I'll start with the half-written one at the very least.
All right. So the half-written one reads. I'm sorry, I don't have this written out as letters.
That's fine. Just give me a summary. Just don't have to.
Yes. Okay. In short,
I want the whole spiel
the whole spiel.
In your mouth, about.
for the note
That's
taking.
my improv skills. Sorry. Checking out this cabin and doing some cleanup and repairs on it, I found something strange in the basement. It looked unusual, like some kind of archaeological site. There was some kind of old stone pedestal covered in dust. We cleaned it off a little bit. But there was also a weird book there. I can't tell what it was made of, but some kind of fancy leather from the city. And it was like there was some kind of a face design on it. Real creepy. Then all the writing in it was in strange red ink. Couldn't understand what any of it said. I tried reading a couple of the lines out, but then heard some crazy rumbling from upstairs. I thought one of the rafters was about to give in or something. After that, I left the book down there and went back to look for it. It was nowhere to be seen. And that's where that letter ends. Oh boy.
Is he like a diary?
Oh, it's like a written out letter. So he sees like what Zoldan's looking at the table would be. Oh, there's like these 3 pieces of paper written out. There's like envelopes.
Did say who it's going to or who?
That's not. It would be written.
On the finished one?
So it would say on each of these to Dale.
To Dale?
To Dale.
Who's to Dale?
To Dale.
Oh, who is Dale?
Dale.
Yes.
Dale is the name.
Do we know who that is?
No.
I would imagine.
The other 2 letters. Do you read those?
I don't know. We're spending way too much. I'm spending way too much time here.
I would say so. The other 2. I mean, one of them's sealed. One's not.
I'll open them up just in case
All right.
and read them.
So like, well, you can tell it'd probably be the first one. The sealed one would say, to Dale. Well, after scrimping and saving, I managed to finally get enough money put together to buy myself a vacation home. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but I think in a couple of weeks it'd be ready for you to come on by. It's right by the water, so we can get some fishing in, and it's nice and secluded in the woods. And that's where the first one ends.
At least it was like normal.
The second one would be, now that I'm out here, this thing has turned out to be way more work than I was ready for. A couple of the rafters gave in when I was pushing around on things. Had a bunch of nails and terrible carpentry. That thing nearly took my eye out. But after getting rid of some of the craziness and cobwebs and giant spiders, got a tasteful rug in here, a wholesale couch. This place is coming along real nice. So, also, most of these would be signed Tucker.
Tucker, okay. Okay. He just leaves the letters right there, but after seeing that, well, if what that last letter said that the Necronomicon book was supposedly down there, it's not good.
I imagine as he's like reading these out, Frog eyeballing the lock.
Hey, did you just say giant spiders?
Did it? Wait, did it?
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
It's a giant
spiders are relatively normal, aren't they?
Giant spiders.
Can you give me an investigation check to the couch?
That he's sleeping on.
7.
So with a 7, you look through. You check under the cushions and in all the cracks. You find what seems to be handfuls of lint. It seems to be some kind of fried potato snack. Fairly stale, and about 3 silver coins.
We're rich enough.
But there's nothing else of note in the couch cushions.
Should we go down, or do you guys want to keep looking around?
I say we.
Hey, Flitty, come pick this lock.
Yeah.
You
So,
didn't want to have to relock it.
he was like looking to see it. I'm not sure those are bookshelves right there.
Oh, sorry. So these spots here would be windows. So
Okay, windows.
here, and there.
Okay, so. Okay. Hey.
So you go up to the lock, try and pick it.
Yeah, I tried. Yeah, Jim tries to take it.
Mhm.
And I was like,
Sleight of hand. A large
You know.
iron padlock.
she was like trying to look around, see if there is anything, and then she's like, oh, okay.
And you'd see roaring fire. Things like old iron stove, some kind of wash basin. Nothing too crazy looking around here. It all looks decently put together.
All right, so sleight of hand on the lock. 19 plus 5.
24.
So with a 24, easily enough, Jim does manage to pick and pry this fairly new looking lock. After a few moments, you manage to get your way through, and it unlocks and leaves this hatch open to you.
Got it.
Good job. You didn't screw up this time.
Also, I think you're
Lots of compliment.
it should be higher than that.
What is it?
Or it's dexterity based, right? For sleight of
Sleight
hand.
of hand is dexterity plus proficiency.
So 5 plus it's 4 plus 3. So that would-
I
seven.
must not have done that when we last.
so that's supposed to be 7.
Yeah, because our proficiency went up.
Okay. Guess I forgot to do that when we.
Oh, that's fine.
It actually should be a 7 right here.
I double check all of them.
Yes, if you have expertise on this.
We might have expertise, which is double the proficiency.
What was that?
An incantation from Evil Dead.
Oh,
Evil Dead
And
2,
so then goes with the other one I have.
Should we head down?
Lead the way.
so you see a rickety wooden ladder leads down.
That.
Who makes their way down?
You should be able
You're
to
not.
do that now.
You're not leading the way. I guess I'll lead the way then.
Also a dad.
Hunter leads the way.
Some doesn't feel right to us.
Yeah,
What do you mean doesn't feel right?
Right there.
No, fucking
No.
feels right.
There's fucking witches. There's a book made of face skin.
That's
Hunter,
mainly the thing that doesn't feel right with Vosh.
Hunter, as you
Curious about the book, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not. I want to burn it.
as you start making your way down, can
Good
you
guys
give
never
me
burn books.
This one I would gladly burn.
a dexterity saving throw as you begin making your way down the ladder? One of the rungs gives out beneath you.
Two.
Oh boy.
So with a 2, one of the rungs gives out underneath your foot.
Fine.
You don't catch yourself in time and slip off the ladder, taking 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall.
I know you are right down there.
No.
Smacks right into the shell.
Wait, what happened?
Slipped off
Hanu,
the-
so you
slipped off
hear,
the ladder.
you guys see Hanu starts crawling down. You hear a wooden crunch followed by and thud.
How far is it down there?
I'd say
I don't
about,
know. I was falling.
I'd say about a 10-foot fall.
Sounds pretty far.
All right, make your way down. I'll pick myself up.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in this scary basement alone.
I will say, Hanu, as you make it into the scary basement alone,
Cast light on my sword while I go down there.
well,
I'll
Hanu,
be right
you
behind
have
him.
dark vision, right?
Yes.
It is pitch black in here. As you glance around and begin pushing yourself to your feet at the bottom of the ladder, you do see
Is it okay?
multiple
Supposed to be 6.
dead bodies
because-
and the smell of death inside this room.
Do the bodies look like
Yeah.
people from
You,
town?
I would say, you
Charisma
smell fresh
You
blood.
Oh,
Proficiency in it.
Um,
Your proficiency bonus plus your
I would say, so if you say, you could make a check to see if you recognize any of them.
can I? Let me do an investigation.
Yeah, investigation or like history, anything like relevant you could think of for identifying these people, or medicine.
If we do investigation, I got a 16.
16. So you go up to like one of the bodies and look around. Upon a closer glance, and this would probably be as Zoldan's heading down, so you'd make it down and start illuminating this area.
And I'll be right behind Zoldan.
Yep. You would recognize this first body you look at. You see this body's there, the arms severed off of it. But he looks familiar. You know you've seen this person before. You actually do recognize him as one of the rougher men you guys had seen when you were originally on the ship coming here.
Yeah.
So wait, what did I miss?
He recognizes the dead body there as one of the rougher men who had been on the same ship you guys arrived on.
Right. Yeah.
Well then, I guess we know what happened to the other people of the ship now. Great.
That's just one. I don't know if the other two are.
Do these look more decomposed?
Same level of decomposition from a glance. These people, like you see blood spilled there, is still pretty red. It's maybe starting to go like a dull, dried color, but like if you pick at it or anything, you would see it still breaks apart easily. This is fresh.
So not long dead. It smells much worse.
Does it look like anyone from we've seen from the town?
So from investigating, especially because you have light, you'd be able to recognize these are some of the same men who had been accompanying the other one.
Great.
The more ruffian-looking type.
Can I see what that?
Pedestal?
Yeah, I want to see what the pedestal is. Can I investigate that? See what if I see anything on there?
Yes. So you walk up,
That is 19 plus 5.
24. So you walk up and glance at this pedestal. You see, it looks quite old. Very old carved stone. Symbols unfamiliar to you, etched into it decoratively around the corners.
Does it look demonic?
That'd be a different check, but from what Vosh sees. But it does look like it's been freshly cleaned off. It has a faint lemon scent to it.
Let's see if I can recognize any of the
Hansel.
symbols.
I'd like to go up there and help him.
An Arcana check.
I would say so. You're trying to see if you recognize the symbols?
Yeah.
I would say this would be a religion check.
Wait, what's your religion at?
I mean, you could both make the check.
I have
Yeah,
a
same here,
Plus
'cause-
5.
Yeah, mine's a plus. Well, mine's a plus 5.
21.
Mine's just plus 1.
21 for Frog.
I'll cast guidance on myself for the heck of it.
You're trying to see if you get. I would see if you get better than 21.
I don't think I will, but
A
yeah,
6. You won't get higher.
that's fine. I'll just leave it alone.
This is the wrong book.
I tried.
This is the right book. This is the wrong book.
That's right. Wrong.
This is the right, wrong. This is the book.
30-20.
Omnis. the book wouldn't have helped me.
Yeah, so I would have probably, told Zoldan about everything I had witnessed. I'm like, it looks like it's old, but it looks like it was just recently cleaned.
Probably for sacrifices.
I mean, very recently cleaned.
Yeah, very recent. Smells like lemon.
What are you getting from it?
I'm finding out.
Sorry, the DM is slow.
We're just going.
Yeah.
He's just following a line of thought, and
He's really having to think back at 21.
give me a second while I translate.
Oh, goodness. Quick, somebody distract.
Esther, get your butt down here. Stop sleeping on the dang couch.
The couch is very comfy.
Couch is comfy, but I'm standing above here.
I don't know that.
Fall
Last time I
down
saw
there.
you were sleeping on the couch.
He's just admiring the place, like, yeah, I like it here.
Tossing a rope over one of the rafters. Hang somebody. Well, you need to get out of there if the ladder breaks. Get it?
So, I would say. From glancing at it, you would be able to tell these symbols are very, very old symbols.
Okay.
I'm trying. Origins from Necronomicon. Fun. Hard to remember.
So this one says Panda, Estrada, Montos, Irgrits, Gat, Nosferatos, Kanda,
We realize my character is he's trying to say out the word.
Amantos, Kanda.
You're reading from the.
Yeah.
So, you would recognize these as an ancient language, probably very similar to whatever it was stored with, but from investigating it, you would be able to determine this pedestal does have a secret compartment on it as well. And I will say the origin of this will be Kandarian. As you begin reading and you see what would look to the naked eye as decorative lines and symbols written on it, basically indicate locations to press along this pedestal. And do you follow along with what it says?
Yeah.
So as you press along it, and you feel specific spots and corners of the pedestal as they're depressed, slightly indent on the stone, and then as one button's pressed, another can be pressed, very much like a puzzle box. And after going through a sequence of about 6 pushes, in front of the pedestal, a small opening slides out, revealing a dagger with what seems to be a handle made of a human hand.
Uh-oh.
That's odd.
Yeah. But basically just bone.
Okay.
So, lovely, very sharp, imagine a curved, sacrificial-looking dagger that has a hilt made of human hand bone wrapped around it tightly, holding the blade.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Slave Boy. Take a look at this dagger so you can do the detect magic.
Oh, yeah. Can I cast detect? I'll do detect magic on it.
Do you have identified?
I do. I'm just trying to save
Spell slot.
spell slots.
Yeah, I do too.
I may decide to go ahead and use it, but if it's not radiating any kind of magic, it's just a fancy dagger, what's the point?
Yeah.
Crickets.
I need to check something because I actually don't know the answer to that. It's more of a D&D thing. Sorry. Sorry. Let me get I mean, okay, yeah. So you would detect magic from it.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's gonna be like a cursed object?
School of magic.
Thinking necromancy.
Stuff of darkness and evil.
A lot of that stuff that way.
That's not quite right. Sorry, I'm having to go like rules and game mechanics. It's fun between a yes and a no. I'm trying to see if something being a +1 weapon considers it to be magical or not. Because it makes it a masterwork weapon. And it functions as a magical weapon.
That would have so evil.
I mean, okay, yeah, so it does appear to be magical.
Okay. Can I use a charge of the Raven Test amulet? Says I can glean a piece of insight unknown to you, but considered common knowledge.
And I would use, is it the one charge ability?
Yeah, it's the one charge ability. I'm gonna use one of those and try to kind of use that on the dagger.
Considered common
Yeah.
knowledge. So it does expend your charge, but you do not hear anything back from him, as it is not considered common knowledge. Ancient dagger,
I don't think
poor choice of
I don't-
first use.
I don't think my character would know anything. Like he knows about the Necronomicon, but he doesn't. Would he know about this? Because he's been in religious sites.
I'll allow you a religion check on the daggers specifically.
I feel like I'm gonna screw up here.
Sure.
11 plus 5 is 16.
You also still would have guidance on yourself, as it's been probably still within a minute.
So let's see. Will I get a full? Will I get a 20? A dirty 20?
That'd help.
Nope, that's a 17.
I'd say with a 17, no.
I'll give it a
Let
shot.
me see if I can do my forge insights, you know. Because
I don't think
am
you-
a forge working.
15 plus 5, another 21.
21, and that's a religion check.
Yep.
Thankfully, Frug picked up a really good book on Kandarian folklore.
All sorts of stuff in Magic School.
I was going to say for Vosh, because he was doing his at the same time. But so for Vosh, I would say realistically, as you have just become a forge cleric,
Well, but I mean, I'm still in the forge weaponry.
I don't think there's a way your character would really know about it, though.
Alrighty.
I know you-
makes sense.
If you were a cleric before, I'd say maybe, but
Maybe.
it's a far
still new.
stretch for background.
Yeah, still new to it. Okay.
It's Frug or Zoldan is religious and, very studied, where I'm like, they could get a chance at it, but. So, you would recognize this as a ritual blade, commonly used in dark rituals, and they tend to be master-crafted pieces of weaponry. Basically a blade that will never go dull and always stay sharp and ready for the letting of blood.
Nice dagger.
Pockets it.
I should have drawn that out for you, but for now you could just add it. It is a +3 dagger.
Oh man.
Yeah, my character would be immediately like, you can have it. I don't want that anywhere near me.
Well, maybe I could
I don't think you want to copy such a dark, evil weapon that's made.
copy it to make it good, so it wouldn't be dark.
I mean, who says it's evil?
Just used for evil
It's
means.
just a freaking hand.
Oh, what if someone willingly let them make it out of hand?
Yeah.
Who lets their body parts get way out of a blade? Who willingly does that?
A lot of people.
A lot of our players.
All right. Yeah. Now, should you guys see down here?
No sign of the book, huh?
Notebook.
Let's keep
Oh,
going.
I did forget one thing on here. I'm sorry. That was supposed to be on here. I didn't draw it.
The body's still clothed.
Yes.
Go start searching bodies.
Oh boy.
Cha 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 cha.
You would see on one side of the room there is also a window.
I would like to go to the window.
In the basement?
Yes. On the opposite side of the
It's
window
also-
is stone.
What?
Okay, this has got to be a trick.
Can we
Somebody's
open the window?
Open the window. Start opening the window.
The window opens. No, actually, no. Sorry, it would be like a fixed-in-place window. It wouldn't open. My bad.
Just still open that kind of window.
I mean, you could try and open that kind of window. Yes.
That's good.
You go to break the window. The window breaks and shatters glass and little pieces of wood along the floor.
And Jendra's like right behind. I'm like, oh hey, what the heck?
It is also worth noting, this basement is made of like basically carved out stone. Someone has affixed a window to an otherwise stone wall. The window breaks and falls harmlessly to the floor.
Why'd you do that?
You never know what else could be a basement at this point with this kind of crap.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
But
so
it's just
far,
like
so far, you
stone outside
I'm going back
Try
upstairs,
to
guys.
touch the stone.
Yeah.
See if anything happens to your hand.
Oh yeah.
See if Jem can fly through there.
You touch it yourself since you're one. Since
Yeah.
you
Will it turn into a dagger?
I'd be questioning everything.
All right. You don't touch the wall. You touch the wall.
Yeah.
You feel stone.
See what I mean? What's next? Alakazam again?
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, actually, a witch appears in front of you and says, "Kill me."
No, I thought like it would be another secret door, kind of like when we were at the gingerbread house.
That,
The door
that was
has
hilarious.
suddenly opened. Nope.
That would be hilarious.
None of that happens, Steve.
Oh, darn! I was kind of hoping maybe like another common. Like,
Gildan's going back up now.
I mean, you can place yourselves in the cabin.
You see anything funny about the window with your?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't see
That's
any.
like magic on the window.
The
Nothing.
window is mundane.
Nothing else is like going off with the tech magic.
Nothing inside this room, no. Sorry,
What about the altar? The altar. The altar.
the altar seems to have. So I would say it's like looking at stuff. This thing shines quite brightly as you glance towards it, and it's almost like blindingly bright amounts of magic. This has powerful abjuration magic on it.
I would tell that's a frog.
Abjuration. It's not what I would have done expected.
Should be protective magic, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The altar move at all?
You try pushing it.
Yeah.
It does not move.
You guys still messing around down there? Come on, let's get out of here. Go after the actual witches.
Yeah, I'm so fucking confused by the window.
Right, the altar?
Sorry, Frog, you were
Could be
you
a
were
red
looking through
herring.
the bodies, right?
Yeah, it's a good search.
So I mean, if you rifle through, it's fairly common things on them. You'd see they probably would have like simple, daggers or large knives on them. Probably between them about 20 gold, 30 silver, but nothing too crazy on them besides that. You would notice though, looking at the bodies, one seems to be fairly intact. One seems to be missing its arms, like they've been dismembered, and one has had its legs dismembered.
But the other one is no dismember.
The other one's, he seems to have had his throat slit, and his head severed off.
They're
It's all
patchwork.
dismembered.
I mean, they've been mutilated from.
But it seems like so the one has no arms, the one has no legs, the one missing a set.
Yes.
What do you
Are the missing body parts also laying in the pot?
They're laying next to the body.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Flesh
see.
golem or something?
That's what I'm just thinking. Are they don't have any magic on them?
No magic. Nothing's picked up on your detect magic. No, nothing else in here.
Well, you guys.
Can I just like walk around the basement, like feeling the walls, see if there's anything.
She's walking around, just
Yeah,
running a
just
hand
trying
along
to
the
see if
walls.
there's anything out of place, I guess.
So you see, it's almost cavernous stone walls carved out into this basement. You wander around, feeling over things, but don't detect anything out of the ordinary.
So it's not even like a room, it's literally like a cavern. Like somebody mined out a piece of stone.
Yeah,
Alright. I guess.
it would. I would say from glancing at it, it would look almost like the cabin was built to cover up
Yeah.
where the
yeah,
spot has been dug.
Yeah. We have. Should we try to break the altar? Try to shatter it? I'm just worried because it says it's got protection magic on it.
Can I hear this all the way up there?
I would say this is a small enough cabin with an open doorway. Yeah, you can hear what they're saying. I mean, if he's saying that.
It was probably made to protect the book.
Well,
The book's gone.
The altar is where the book
Was.
to be.
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
And someone has took it then, and if that's the case, either one of the witches got their hands on it, or it's out there.
Well, remember in that note, that you read it. It said that
Is this
he
my
put it back
necklace? Can
and
I do
it
this?
disappeared.
The channeling focus for 10 minutes. Can I see if that's pinging us or pinging me in
Yeah, you
a
want
certain direction?
You want to channel focus with the necklace?
Yeah.
Yes, you absolutely can do that.
All right.
You spend 10 minutes channeling focus in on this necklace, and this tether almost appears before you as you see a line seems to lead down through the wall behind this altar, but it goes very low to the floor.
I would say that whoever's in the room.
Wait a minute.
I mean, I tried to push it. It didn't go anywhere though.
This would be the wall behind the altar.
Like the wall.
The wall.
So there's got to be something there.
Yeah, I would say so. This would be lower than what your standing height would have been at walking around feeling the wall.
So
Yeah.
we need to get.
So it's basically if you were walking around just feeling the wall, you wouldn't have noticed it. But it's at if you were say a small creature,
ankle.
you
or
may have
knee
noticed
height.
it.
Gotcha.
But as you're feeling around, if you follow towards this and feel the wall there, your hand does pass through.
Okay. I would say that.
My character would go
I
back
guess
down.
I'll.
Non-detection would be a
Yes.
bitch.
I will crawl or.
Yeah, so this is just about the height where you can crawl in it. For Hanu, this is a very tight fit into a dark tunnel.
Somebody want to go in front of me, actually, and I'm going to crawl back out so that.
Am I able to go into it, or?
Yeah, so I would say anybody normal
light off
size.
something.
I was gonna say, shouldn't a smaller character?
Yeah,
try to
like
go first?
me or Jam.
So, well, no, I would say for Vosh, because of how muscular Vosh is,
Oh.
this is also fairly difficult for him to get through. It is a
Darn.
slow crawl. Basically, anybody but Frog or Jim will have difficulty moving through this. It is a very. I mean, crawling is
The
already
problem is
very
you don't
slow,
have.
but
You
it's
don't have night vision.
basically for anybody.
Hold on. I do have. I do believe I have some candles or torches I can use.
Give you a light. I have dark vision and I'm small.
But so for Frog and Jim, you two would be able to move around and turn around normally in this. Anybody else, you would be able to go, crawling forwards and backwards, but you would not be able to turn around inside this space.
Oh, it sounds
I'm part of what I see in there.
What's your range in your dark vision?
I think it's 90 feet.
Normally it's about
60.
60 feet.
Yeah.
You can cast light on a coin and you can toss it.
That's true too.
I will say, regardless, you will see about 20 foot of you, where you can see this hewn out stone tunnel that's very small. It begins to curve as you look further ahead, but it carries on at least 20 foot.
I tell them what I see. I'm going ahead.
All right, so you crawl ahead the 20 foot. You round the corner. The first thing you see is what seems to be a skeletonized humanoid, normal size. Their body withered away, and like this is very old.
Okay.
Almost nothing but bone and tattered remains of clothing.
Okay.
You would see, looking around, it seems like where the foot is, they seem to have been caught in a section of rock.
I'm gonna investigate that.
Yep.
15.
All right.
No, wait. Investigation. Sorry, no. 19.
19. That's a difference.
Yeah.
We're not too much on it. So, looking around, you would see on the body, next, like near the front of the body, where their hands were, you'd see there seems to be an oil lamp that has run dry. Beyond that, though, not too much else. Probably, like small knife, on their belts, but nothing really crazy.
More concerned about how his foot got caught in stone.
So from the look of it, normal sized person, it seems to have just been unfortunate case of getting caught in there. Something seems to have fallen. Like you'd see, it's a bit of a larger rock that seems to have wedged the leg.
Tell him I found a dead guy.
Okay.
Anything else? Just a dead guy?
Yeah, it looks like he might have gotten stuck in there.
Oh boy.
So what's up ahead?
And so and also, what is the order for you guys crawling through here?
I definitely say Jim should be the next one going in.
I would
Alright,
probably
so-
be behind Jim.
So Frug, then Jim, then Vosh,
I'll go last.
Hanu in the back
Because
with
I'm
the
a
shell.
turtle, yeah.
You can go and then I'll go.
Okay, so Frug, Jim, Vosh,
Zoldan.
Zoldan, Jaster, and then Hanu in the back. The classic. So after Frug begins making his way through, Jim, you come up on, in this little crawl space, this decrepit corpse. You basically have to crawl over to get by.
Yeah.
You make your way by. Vosh, for you, it's much more. You have to go basically face to face with this skeleton.
Get out of the way, you
Do
stinking
an army
skeleton.
crawl over. You bump the head off as
I just pushed it out of the way. I was like,
it tumbles off towards Jim.
Here.
Jim, a skull bumps you from behind.
sorry, Jim. Trying to get this thing out of the way.
Here, can you stop bumping it? That to me would help.
Not into you. I was trying to bump it off to the side, but oh well.
Here, there's barely a side here. It's tight.
Jim,
Take all the space I can get.
you see the eyes of the skull illuminate a bright red and begin cackling as Vosh.
Oh shit.
I know, she just kind of like steers back like, uh-oh. I think you pissed it off.
A 14 doesn't hit you.
No.
But you feel as you're prone.
Oh no.
A 15 is not much better.
Still does.
You feel the bones of this thing begin to move and try and grab out at you.
Hey, what?
You're going to die here, just like me.
We're a lot more resilient than you think.
Very loose initiative at the moment, but this thing's acted. You all basically are going to have a round, and whatever order you might do things. Vosh, you are on top of this corpse that's now moving.
I cast chill touch on it.
All right. It says a save from it, right?
Yeah.
Or is that an attack?
It's a spell attack.
All right.
23.
23 will hit this thing.
Oh, that's right. I have Destroy Undead.
Yeah.
Then you're right behind me. Yeah.
Undead is the perfect place for it.
10 damage.
10 damage is enough. as you cast this spell. Wait, that's necrotic damage, right?
I think
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
it targets an undead, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of the next turn.
No, very nice. So, it will resist the necrotic, leaving it still alive, but it can't attack you very well. I mean, anyone else doing anything while you're there?
Yeah, I can't do anything.
I mean, so you can do stuff. It's basically tight space. You're on top of it. You'd be able to like basically flail making an attack against it. It's right on you.
Oh, can I try to grab it and just crush it?
You're just trying to like bear hug crush. I mean, it would be basically unarmed weapon attack.
Yeah.
So, strength plus proficiency.
That didn't turn out well.
I mean, what? That's plus
Damn,
7.
Seems like that would do well.
Well, I'm kind of in.
Yeah. Well, so a 10 is enough to hit this thing.
Yeah.
Which just.
Okay.
So you would do, because it's unarmed strike, it's basically 1 plus your strength, so 4 points of damage. You almost crush this thing with the first attack, but you see like the arms are still, weakly reaching out towards you.
Attack again.
Second attack, yeah.
That's going to be 11 plus 7.
You'll hit. So yeah, in just like 2 mighty squeezes, you manage to crush this thing's bones. And Jim, you would see the red light in the eyes of the skull dim as this thing just falls back to the ground.
Just start beating it.
I
I
with his
think
own
you
arm.
got him.
I put holy water, like just sprinkle it.
Sprinkle holy water on it.
Let's keep going, guys.
So
I will
you,
kick him in the head.
Angry.
so yeah, you would crawl by. You sprinkle holy water. You have holy water, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You can track how much you have because this would use some of it.
I have a flask of holy water.
I mean, so are you using up the flask of holy water on this body?
No, I'm not going to use the
Just
flask.
a little sprinkle where on the, just a little sprinkled across. You'd see the areas you sprinkle the holy water on. They begin to burn and sizzle.
Wait, like this whole area?
No, the body.
Mhm.
It uses just the.
Okay.
Jaster, you beat it with its own arm. It do be getting beaten. All right. So from there, I'm assuming Shrug wishes to continue crawling forwards. All right.
Goodness gracious.
Particularly worried about the
Seriously.
skeleton.
Yeah. As you keep crawling, you'll be the first to make your way here
Into Willy Wonka's place.
into what seems to be an open chamber of carved out stone. You'll be able to glance in and see there is a series of basically cavernous, tunneled out doorways. Cave openings, really, that lead off from here. One left, well, basically 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and 1 central. Find this big open section of carved stone.
It's an elbow room out here.
So each one of those is a.
Now this is only about 5 foot high, though, so enough for Frug to stand. Everyone else probably pretty hunched and cramped in.
Well, I mean,
But each one of those is like an entryway.
Yes.
I'm 4 foot, so I mean.
So yeah, Vosh can walk now.
Yeah.
Jim can walk. I think everybody else.
I'm still just gonna crawl. It's easier.
Are we able to, so when we get in here, are we able to walk?
How tall is Zoldan?
6 foot.
I mean, you'd be hunched over because it's 5 foot high.
Yeah, but at least I still have light on my sword.
Yeah. So and this is a larger. I mean, what else? It's
I got dark vision, so.
math bad. Like it's like 35-foot long, open sort of chamber. You see, and all of these areas they are also back to that like tunneled crawl height.
Great.
I'm gonna go over to the left one and look in.
Okay. You look into that one. It does lead out for a good distance, probably about 40 foot, and then you can't see. It seems to turn away, has some kind of a bend to it.
Okay. doing something?
What was it? Sorry.
I was asking if anybody else was doing it.
I'd probably go and look at the one off to the other side.
I'd be looking at the. Did anyone look at this one?
Not the central one, no.
I'll go look at that one central.
Oh, that was the one
that
I
was
was going to look
Frog
at.
was
so-
looking
Oh,
at.
I'm sorry.
Frog
No,
was
no, no.
looking at this
I'll
one.
talk, yeah.
Frog was looking at this one.
Oh, okay. Then I'll look over here at the corner then.
I hate to tell you all, you can see a good way down these. They do all turn basically before the end of your dark vision. There seem to be winding turns in these caverns.
Even with his light on his.
So you can see that if you crawl further down into it, it turns off somewhere. You can't see straight ahead into any open spaces.
Okay.
It's worth noting too, the one you guys had gone through, like after the body, it was probably about another 80 foot of crawling through this with a couple of turns to it. So fairly long tunnel you went through to get here.
So, like, is that like magical darkness?
No, you can
No, it's
see
just-
through it. It's dark,
It's a tunnel,
but
and then
yeah.
the corridor ends.
You can
just
see
can't see
straight
around
down,
corners.
and you can see it turns
You
to where
can't-
your vision
yeah.
is obstructed because it's hallway turn.
So at this point, we either have to split up or stay together. That's just perfect.
Or pick a route to go.
Yeah, I don't think we should split up.
Hey, Hanu, what does your pendant show any other directions? Like, is it pointing anywhere else?
Yeah, can I use that? Can I do that again?
You want to hang out here 10 minutes and use the pendant?
I could use divination too if you need me to. How many charges do you have of that?
That doesn't take
That doesn't
charges
take a
to do.
charge.
Okay, then go for it.
You spend the 10 minutes of focusing in on this. I mean, does anyone do anything in these 10 minutes?
Does
Pray.
anybody want to look around, just make sure there aren't any traps?
I will.
Eye on those tunnels, make sure nothing's.
I will
Yeah,
take a
I was
look.
actually gonna look around.
See if
at
there's
the
like
tunnel.
evidence of traffic.
Yeah, movement.
Yeah.
All right,
Maybe
all right.
giant
Survival.
So you, right. So Frog, were you looking around in any of them or just glancing down?
Just glancing.
So basically, they had glanced down. Everyone's kind of looking at different ones. They all seem to turn before the end of your line of sight. So you'd have to go further down these tunnels. They seem pretty long to figure out anything more. Ani was focusing on this. Gaster, you were searching for any like signs of movement through them?
Yeah.
I mean, are you searching specific one?
Probably starting with the one I'm at. See
Okay.
if there's any like trails of dust or
Blood.
You could give me a pretty survival, checking for like footprints or anything like that.
15.
With a 15, you do make out there seem to be a couple of sets of footprints with what seems to be abnormally large shoes.
Abnormally
Place like
large
this.
shoes. Clown shoes. Got Pennywise up on this page? Bro, if there was Pennywise, I fucking hate clowns.
Oh, this is rarely a clown.
Well, I guess we would know it.
They're not clowns.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like 26.
Hanu can canonically not like clowns
I
also.
think, didn't we do that? Didn't we have like one where we all like told you our fears and I said that honey was.
Oh yeah, it was clowns, right?
Yeah, that was a one shot way back.
Oh, was it a one shot?
No, I think that was
That was
because
in this.
Hanu's was like birds. I think it
Yeah.
was.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh, maybe that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just.
Oh
you
no,
guys-
yeah, that was the Halloween one we
Yeah.
did. We just
Yeah. All right. So anything for Jim in the meantime while he's doing this, or
Probably just following one of you guys around because there's not really much to go on.
doesn't want to pursue anything further? Anything for Zoltan? Nothing right. Anything right now while
I
he's
can't think of
casting
anything.
it. Anything for Vosh?
I want to try to investigate any like recent movement in here.
I mean, so basically be picking a tunnel and doing a
Yeah,
survival
well, the one I'm
check.
in front of.
Okay, so yeah, survival check.
Actually, I would check this one.
Okay, so I mean, just survival check on that tunnel.
7 and 4.
With an 11, I would say you can't see any like recent trails, anything.
Okay. Nothing unless
The stone seems mostly undisturbed. Any kind of movement, I mean, you're really not seeing much. No kind of trails, anything like that. Nothing disturbed.
I ain't seen anything over here, guys.
there's another like illusion door.
Oh, whoa! Nat 20 there.
Whoa.
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 Wow.
Look at something like that. As you glance down, you do see this one seems abnormally clean.
Clean.
So that
Yeah.
one's
No signs
not
of
here.
dust or anything really. The stone looks almost surgically clean.
That's weird.
Oh, like somebody.
Somebody went through there already. Like someone cleaned it out completely.
Does it smell like the altar did?
No, so it doesn't smell like the living
Not,
blade
not, not pledge.
Other cleaners are available. I will say, it's like while you guys are checking this out, though, Hanu, your ritual will go off. Something new occurs.
Oh.
4 lines reach out to this tunnel, this tunnel, this tunnel, and this tunnel.
Ones?
This one, this one, this one, this one. The only one that doesn't have a line going to it is the one on the right.
The one where just.
Yes.
So
What are you searching? What are you searching for?
He used
I
his
was using
amulet that leads into one of the other amulets.
so we got
But
4.
it got 4 pings, 1 in each. I would reiterate that.
So
So
four,
not all big
so-
shoe prints.
Yeah, not the Schubert ones, which is good because I don't want
the one down here looks surgically clean, like it's actually just precised.
What do you guys think we should do? Should we split up?
Unnatural.
It's unnatural.
No,
2, 2,
we've
2,
done
or
that too
just
often.
or just go down? I think the one that Zoldan found makes
Agreed.
sense.
Agreed. I'd probably go with the one with Zoldan going.
Unless we're going like out of game, this seems like is I don't know. Never mind. Oh wait.
Well, it could go 3-3, but
Hide something on that one.
Or I think each one is a different like murderer. I'm getting like Dexter vibes.
what's next? Hockey mask guy? Great.
Yeah, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger.
Oh goodness.
We got,
It
if we
gets
got-
you. I'm
if we
rubbing
got
my hands
5,
together
1,
and
2,
doing a
3,
little
4,
laugh.
5. We have a Pennywise, Woodley, Freddy Krueger.
My favorite part is you guys' guesses for what they are.
Yeah,
I'm going down that. So you guys want to go down this one?
I think
Yeah,
we need to pick one.
Tell me what you do.
All right. I'll
Oh,
go
backtrack if we can.
You start crawling your way down.
I'm
Yeah,
right behind him.
light with on my sword
All
and
right.
everything.
You go right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
As the two of you make your way slightly down, the cave crumbles in behind you,
Oh,
Just
darn
the
it.
2 of them.
locking the two of you in.
Well, the 2 clerics are together, basically.
They've lost their 2 healers too.
Well, 1 healer.
Clearing it.
I just strength guy.
Give me a strength check.
I have Shatter.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Oh yeah, that's
Probably not.
I would say you are in 5-foot-high stone cavern.
You want to freaking cause a collapse?
8 total. So you begin trying to move these stones. Some of the larger ones definitely harder for you to budge, but even the smaller pieces of rubble seem extremely difficult to move, as if supernaturally held in place.
Grace.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Where are you?
Hey guys, we're kind of trapped over here.
As you shout that out, you would only actually be able to make out a as it's extremely muffled.
Dang it.
This is alive.
So you basically hear sound from their side, but cannot make out anything they're saying.
Well, the only way now is forward at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you guys can't turn around in this
Right.
crawl space here. So you're like turning back and see just rubble filling the space.
Shoot. Well,
I have a feeling it doesn't matter what we do, we're all gonna get split now. So I'm gonna just go down. I'm gonna try to go down
This one?
Yeah.
That left one. All right.
So come with me. I'm assuming it's gonna be in 2s.
It's a good assumption.
Stay in front of this, so I'm investigating it.
All right. We'll check it out more.
we'll just keep going. I get.
Anyone follow Hanu?
I'll keep.
Picking a partner.
I'm gonna
Brooke said he'll go with.
Frog's going with Hanu.
Okay, I guess I'm going with.
As you follow through with Hanu, it does cave in as well.
Well, before that happens, I'm like, we're gonna go ahead, guys. I know that they probably can't hear,
you
but it's
shout
just
back to them, thinking they hear you.
yeah, and then I'll just it's like, all right, so then we need to keep going.
All right.
If they hurt us, they'll probably meet us somewhere.
All right.
And I guess Jim's going with the.
I mean, you're checking it out, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be an interesting duo.
Checking it out,
That is
seeing
gonna be a
what might be down there.
What did you get for the survival check?
16.
A 16. I need to look at a thing.
This would be very funny.
I thought Jim would go with Brock.
I need numbers.
Of their pick the.
Yeah, well, not just that, but he also had that little revenge.
Oh yeah.
With the 16, there is a smell of decay coming from down this tunnel.
Okay. Oh well.
So, for Jim as well, as you start, do you go down the tunnel?
Yeah, I start going down the tunnel. Jim, come on, follow close.
You
don't
start,
get
make,
stuck.
you start making your way down.
Oh, everybody's in two,
There's-
so I might as well just go with him. Okay.
So there is a smell of heavy decay as you start making your way down this tunnel.
Oh, it's gross.
Breathe
For-
deeper, it'll make it better.
Here.
You don't have a nose.
That's true, I don't have a nose yet.
For Hanu and Frog, as you start making your way down, you can hear a clanging.
Okay.
It sounds like, sound of metal on metal. Someone working a forge. For Vosh and Zoldan, as you make your way further down, you hear almost like TV static, which you wouldn't be familiar with. But it's strange as, you lead your way forwards. I'll do you guys first because you went through first.
With your full.
I'll get three things out. So, for Vosh and Zoldan, you would make your way forwards to this scene. You would see what appears to be a dead body in front of you.
Oh, great.
Oh boy.
Is it Saul?
It might be Saul.
You want to play a game? Oh, that's the first scene in Saul. That's the bathtub scene.
Yeah, so as
Oh
far
my
as
goodness.
what Zoldan sees, you see a dead body in front of you.
This is terrible.
For reference for our viewers, it is a room with a dead body in the center, what seems to be a sink and mirror, chain, bathtub, toilet, and a couple of doors in front of them.
Oh boy.
But Zoldan, character-wise, this is what you see before you. It's a room with what seems to be the body of an old man with fresh blood pooled next to him.
Oh, well, that's just great.
What is it?
See, it
I
looks
can't
like some
see. I
kind
can
of
just
a
see the back of
bathroom.
your head.
We're in a bathroom, and it looks like, and there's a dead body in front of us.
You make your way.
Really?
Yep.
And then he moves up. Ah, crap.
Vosh crawls in.
Yeah.
As you do, the cave begins crumbling behind you, and from the ceiling above, you hear psh, as gas begins to fill the room.
Oh.
Oh, crap.
Can both of you give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, no.
I have to give myself guidance there.
You do not have time to give yourself guidance as to track triggers.
14 plus 2.
7 plus 13.
7 plus 13?
13.
Oh, yeah, you're 13 plus
13
7. I was
plus
like,
backwards. Same
So I have-
difference, same outcome.
so I have-
yeah, no, it's one of those confuses me as well. I was like, how do you have a plus 13?
So
A
I have
20?
a 16.
So, you guys, I will tell you, upon succeeding the save, you will wake up sooner, as this gas does put you both to sleep. As we'll loop back to them. Who got the here?
I have 13 plus 7. Yeah.
Roll odds or evens, Josh.
I got a 3.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Oh no.
For our off scene, you would have the like cinematic of shadowy figures moving through like the smoky glass as you see their bodies slumped up and shackled as Vosh is placed chained into this bathtub of ice cold water, and Zoldan is slumped against the wall, leg chained next to a hacksaw. All of your belongings are removed from you.
Oh. Doesn't mean I can't still go big. They can't take away my abilities.
Not that strong, not slack shackles.
From
Could be
there,
some modern day shackles, you never know.
we will loop back to.
So my equipment is gone.
Keep that for
That is
For the moment.
for the moment. Oh boy.
I'm like, my fucking heart is racing.
Waiting for which ones you guys got.
Well, I'm just kind of happy we didn't go down the clown street.
Oh my gosh.
I guess it
Who am I looking for? Oh, I have it out already. Where did I'm literally holding it. Okay, who would pick next? Was it? It was.
I think it was
You- yeah,
you.
Yeah. So, as you guys make your way through, you see. It's kind of hard to get for both of you, but you would see as you make your way in.
What is that?
What seems to be not everything's for me reference, sorry. But you would see what seems to be a large open space that pours out. You see in front of you a large statue of an anvil and a large man holding a hammer at the ready. You see surrounding you on the floor, the only thing that seems to be present is chalky stones.
That thing on the right.
It seems to be a silhouette of a body drawn out in chalk.
Okay.
like a investigation thing.
Yeah.
But the statue isn't moving?
The statue is not moving.
I don't know any of that.
You do not
reference.
hear the clanging.
Yeah, now we don't hear the clank.
I don't know any references for that.
All I can think of is like Greek mythology. Yeah, Hephaestus, but that's the only one. Can I investigate the statue? Like,
Yeah.
do you look human? You look like a giant? Is there anything?
He definitely looks, I mean, it's very large, but the build of it seems more dwarven.
Oh.
Just tell me if you guys move yourselves. If you guys are thinking for a moment, I can set the scene for the other ones.
Yeah, go ahead.
As you two make your way through the room with the smell of death and decay,
Mm-hmm.
the opening leads into a small room. It does seem to be, there would actually, but there are other furnishings in there. You see, there's a series of chairs, a large table, and a big wooden door. All of it seems made of wood that has these ghastly looking faces on them. But it looks very similar to the trees you had seen outside.
I don't like it. I don't like this.
I will say for you guys, you're out for a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
if you guys want to pop in on this.
Yeah, I want to look I want to scoot around the
Yeah.
side where the
Hanu
Investigation.
goes in. Brug makes his way in.
I want to investigate that.
You investigate the chalk outline.
Let's see, that's 15.
So with it, you would see this chalk outline that seems to be about the size of a human man. Seems to have been drawn in with this chalky stone. You can see one of the pieces seems like half etched away from it, and there's a couple more pieces scattered next to it.
Of the chalk?
Yeah, like this rough chalky stone.
Can I look at the anvil?
Yeah. So this is this room does have like very high ceiling compared to the other one. It's about 20 foot high. The anvil itself is about 10 foot high. The statue in total almost to the height of the ceiling.
Oh, okay. Does it look like the anvil had been like struck recently? Like that sound we heard, was it coming from this?
From the look of it, the anvil seems to be made of stone.
Oh.
The whole statue.
Oh. Okay. And we heard metal clanging on metal.
You heard
said.
clanging metal.
Are these torches here?
They are all pieces of this chalky stone.
I'm gonna pick up a piece of the stone
All right.
and make my way over to what looks like a padlock over there.
Yep. So you see, this seems to be a large reinforced door with a silver padlock on it.
And it's locked, I assume.
It is.
Can you?
Dun, 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 dun,
be helpful.
dun,
Well,
dun, 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 dun.
My dex is terrible.
So you're investigating the lock for now.
I was trying to do softly.
You want to loop back to Jim and Jaster?
Jim just kind of wants to look at the table for a bit.
Yeah, so you check out this table and door. You see the table has these horrible looking faces that seem to ooze with a green sap from them. It smells putrid. But you see written on it, almost scratched in, and what seems to be blood, is the word zombie.
Is that present?
Okay, this is really gross, but there's something sitting on the table over here. Sounds like zombie?
As you look over,
Or
Hanu,
it looks like zombie.
you
sorry.
look at the door, and oh, sorry, yeah, my bad, wrong one. Jester, you look at the door, and you see these eyes open up, and peering slits of red glance towards you. Hello.
Hey there.
What, did that door just talk?
Yes.
Okay, we got a talking door. What now?
I'm not sure.
What's behind you?
I don't know.
Can we find out?
Good.
Do you open?
I don't know.
Start pushing the door open.
The door does not budge. That didn't work.
Well, let's try pulling the door open. Stick my hand in the nose hole and
Achoo.
Ugh.
This putrid smelling green sap coats your arm.
Ugh, gross.
Jim, get over here.
No, get away from me. Gross.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
You know you're knocked out.
I don't think that did the trick.
See if I can find anything over on the table or is there anything aside from the zombie?
Nothing of note. Other than there's smaller faces that there seems to be two faces in the table.
Poke one of the eyes.
Yeah.
Which one? The left or the right one? The left one?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you do that for?
Oh, great. Now we got a talking table. Talking
Just
door,
seeing if
talking
you were
door.
awake.
I wasn't.
Oh, now you are.
I am.
They glance back to the table. I'll loop back to Hanu and Frug.
Yeah, I'm gonna test the silver lock. Try to pry it with my staff and see if that Any luck with that?
So just strength check.
Can I,
Success there, but
can I give him that open?
You can. You have advantage.
Yeah.
5.
You both try and pry it together. 9. So you guys begin prying it, and remind me, your staff is your staff magical?
One game I can think
Okay.
about. Possibly something.
So you begin prying at it, and you pry and pry, but it doesn't seem to give way. It seems very sturdy, and you see, like, even as the staff, scrapes up against it, no scratches or anything form on.
Hey, check that thing for magic, will you?
Yeah. Can I use detect magic?
You can. The
I wanna
lock.
look at the statue as well.
The lock is magical, and the statue is also magical.
So the lock and the statue are magical. What kind of magic is the?
That's a fun question. The lock, I would assume, would be just abjuration.
Second protection magic.
Yes. Well, and probably enchantment. You have to think what that spell is. It probably would have a couple of schools of magic on it. Yeah, abjuration. I gotta look at what spells are on this to have answers for you. Smart one. You and your using the abilities of your character to your advantage. Abjuration would be primarily what you see on that. Let me see what this is. And the statue would have transmutation magic on it.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Check the statue, see if it's carrying keys.
So you feel around on the statue, what are you looking by? So you see in its hand it holds what seems to be a very oversized blacksmith's hammer. Other arms just stands ready. It's striking a pose of it's about to strike down on the anvil. If you feel towards any pockets that are carved into it, they don't move. Appears to be all made of stone.
And try to move the hand so it strikes the anvil.
Solid as a stone.
Solid as. Should we just attack the stone, Frog? What are you thinking here?
Well, my first thought was to try to melt the lock up, but I don't think we're gonna have much luck with that.
So you wish I would have come with you guys.
I'm gonna put the piece of chalk on the end.
Oh.
You put it on the infill, nothing happens.
Ask the statue if it can give us any hints.
It does not speak. While you guys are fiddling with that,
I know my character.
Yeah.
wanna play a game? As Zoldan and Vosh awake, Vosh, you are freezing as you come to. You are in an ice cold bath with disturbingly murky water. As you move, you feel the water begins to rush and swirl. Zoldan, you find yourself on cold, hard stone floor, stripped down to your skivvies. Next to it, and you see on your leg a large iron chain. Next to it seems to be a hacksaw. Immediately starts cutting off hooks.
No. No, he's not going to do that.
Yeah, I assumed. But yeah, Vosh, same for you, where you've basically been stripped down to underwear inside this ice cold tub.
You do have the chainsaw.
Not now. Save that.
I'm like, I will first try to get out of the tub.
You try to spring out of the tub. you quickly realize your leg is chained to the wall next to the tub. So you get maybe like halfway out of this ice cold water
When I feel
before you go. Whoa!
when I feel that, I'm like, okay, giant smite. I'm gonna break the damn chain one way or another.
Yep.
What kind of game is this?
I'm giant smite, and I'm just like, screw this.
The chain grows with you.
Fudge. Well,
But the tub breaks.
Yeah, so the alternative. The shackle doesn't break.
The shackle doesn't break, but he grows. Oh, that would have been really
That
funny
would've
to
been-
immediately
that
sever
would've
his
been
leg
better,
off. Like
yeah.
that doesn't happen. The chain grows with you.
So the
Weird.
bathtub doesn't break?
So you'd see just the shackle grows to match your foot. The tub breaks.
just the shackle, not what about the chain?
The chain is still smaller, but
I'll
you
break
are
the
still
damn chain.
chained to the wall.
I'll break the chain off.
Give me a strength check.
It's like, I'm like, screw this, man. That's a. Yeah, that's a 13 plus 7.
Maybe athletics. So a 20. You pull and pry with all your strength to try and break this chain, but it's very difficult. You do manage to weaken the chain, but you feel like you're going to wind up exhausting yourself if you keep trying at this. But you feel like you could break it if you keep trying to force your way through.
I'm probably gonna keep trying.
So you keep basically pulling and prying.
I don't care if I'm
So
exhausted. I'm gonna.
you will gain a level of exhaustion, but
Okay.
you do pull the chain free.
All right.
What the heck is this all about?
As it snaps and you see a giant Vosh sprawls backwards. I actually like this better. Vosh, rather than break the chain, I feel like what would happen is you just rip a massive chunk of the wall out.
I basically Hulk my way out of it, which is.
You've got like the little shackle still on your foot. Or, big shackle at this point, but you bust free. What is Zoltan doing in the meantime? Because this would be like, he's spending like minutes. You see, he just grows huge, starts ripping at the chain. And
I was
pulling.
waiting for the TV to talk.
There wasn't a TV. It's more like intercom above you. I imagine. I don't know if it's gonna matter.
It's gonna be funny.
But no, it wasn't actually going to tell you anything.
Oh.
It's just the static wakes you and you find yourselves in the room. Then you see Vosh like working on his escape. You have next to you, there seems to be a sink with a mirror, a hacksaw, and then there's still that body in front of you.
I'd like to look in the sink first.
All right. You check the sink.
He's not gonna like cut his leg off immediately at the start of it.
At the start of it, not yet. You like check near the sink. You don't see anything really of note with it. It seems to run if you turn it on. The water comes out like a murky brown.
Anything in the mirror?
You see your own reflection.
I'm gonna break the mirror.
You break the mirror. You punch it free, and you see a small compartment behind it. Inside, a key.
I'll take it.
You find the key, pull it out. Probably around time Vosh is like, as the wall
Am I
crashes
able
open.
to use it to unlock?
You try, it does not make the lock budge. And then we'll loop back to Jim and Chester.
That's funny. Jigsaw doesn't expect me.
Okay, so we got a door that talks, and then we got a table that talks.
Characters have like
Nah.
kind of working.
Have you seen anybody come through here before?
Who are you asking, a table or the door?
Probably the door.
No. I haven't.
What about you two? Looking at the table.
Yeah.
Oh, I have. A tree man and a fairy.
Anyone before them?
Nope.
So, what now? And don't say burn or smash the door because that's a living thing right there.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't burn that.
Why?
But perhaps we can use the table to get through the door.
Are you saying we use it to like crack the door open?
I don't like that idea. Me neither. I didn't think you would.
No, I would. What's the other one? Pine?
I was about to say that's still.
I think I'm pine.
Oh, fine. There's wood.
I think they're pine too. We're all pine down here.
Oh my.
Oh no!
Piney wise.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back to reading.
Okay. Okay, Jim just kind of like examines
We
the
pulled
door.
it.
Is there like a lock on him?
You see no lock, no handle, nothing other than this ghastly, disturbing face.
Hmm. Can you say offer me? Just double check, see if the lock's in its mouth.
What was it?
Or
Oh. As it opens up its mouth, the putrid odor of death pours out towards you. You look in and see nothing other than this sickly green sap seems to be inside, bubbling and oozing as it speaks.
lock is not on door.
I mean, like the depth of inside of it, but it's probably pretty thick. So I mean, maybe like foot deep, and like down the distance from the mouth.
Okay, so what now?
Well, perhaps if we slide a blade around the edge, we can cut the door out.
Here. Okay, so okay. That's not a.
Start blasting.
Yeah. You don't want to hurt it, so
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
just dig it out.
Okay, so just kind of chisel our way around the door.
Rather than move me, move the wall. Ingenious.
I mean, it works. Do
See-
you know how to chisel around?
So yeah, what are you guys actually like physically doing? Give me the mechanics of what
Yeah,
you're
like-
trying.
Okay, like,
You
but
got a knife, don't you? You just cut around the outside of the door. You don't
How
hurt
do you
it
use
too
the
much.
credit card to like unlock the door? That's what I'm imagining.
Yeah. You slide knife through the edge of the door.
Yeah, I guess I could do that. She tries to like do that, like just picks her with her dagger.
Jim, I don't think you can reach the height of the door.
Oh, not even if you
Fly.
fly?
You can't fly in here.
Oh. Then how is she able to see
it's
the table?
I mean, the table is low enough you could like boost yourself up and glance at it.
Hold her.
Pull Jim up.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
that's not like
But yes, try and
That's
remember you
fine.
can't fly in here.
Okay, I can't fly.
Yes,
You're light
you
enough.
can reach the top of the door. I mean, you could like climb on this gross face. It is like holes in the door almost.
Okay, either you're gonna have to pick me up, or I'm gonna have to climb all over his face, and I don't think he would like that, and that's that thing.
That does sound unpleasant.
Yeah, pick me up.
yeah. I'll pick
You
her up.
boost her up.
Puppies.
Uppies. You slide the knife along the seam of the door. It doesn't catch on anything. It does go all the way around the edge of it.
Okay, I'm not really getting anything holding the door, so let me just try this thing. And does that do something?
What are you trying?
Try to wiggle around more, maybe finally try to hit something.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can like hit
Try
the
getting the
wall
knife
and
in the
hit
middle
the edge
somewhere.
of the wood.
Here, I am not doing that. Jeez, all the people I'd be stuck with a crazy one.
Hmm.
Who are you calling crazy?
Yes, me or him.
Here,
Why not both?
the one with the wood face and legs.
Okay, the legs narrowed it down. It's a bit cruel to point out, don't you think? And from there, we'll loop back to Frog and Hunter.
Oh my
Door.
gosh.
The door in front of you?
Yeah.
It seems to be pine wood.
Hey, trying to cut through it.
All right. Now, so I will say, mechanics of chainsaw arm. It does do like blunt damage,
Mm-hmm.
so like bashing, unless you use charges.
I figured that.
Yes.
I'm gonna
What's
use 2 charges and
All right.
attack the
So
door.
give me a roll to hit.
Look at the dang wall. I could have used that key to help get out.
Patience, screw it.
Watch just impatient. Screw it.
Zoldan at least is trying to work.
Wait your turn, Bubs.
Are you sure about that?
Vosh being giant here.
Just use strength.
Yeah, it would be.
After
I mean, I think this would be a strength weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's okay.
Well, 10 plus your proficiency,
Oh, true. So 14.
and I think it also counts as a bonus in the weapon. No.
Oh, yeah, actually it
Actually,
does.
being huge. What'd you tell me? Oh yeah, it's a plus 2. So it'd be plus 16.
16.
I mean, 16 does hit the door.
Okay, good. Close there.
It was more to see if you crit. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. But yeah, your damage, your bonus, and that would be a plus 6 to hit still.
So it's 7 bludgeoning.
7 bludgeoning, an additional 4d8,
Yes.
and your strength is plus 0, so it's just flat. Oh, plus 2 from the magic weapon, so it'd be 9, and then yeah, it'd be all the extra slash.
So, plus 6, 13 plus. It's just the additional slashing. So
So
13 plus
plus 9 because you get the plus 2 on it also. So 22 points of damage. You see, it does take some damage, though a lot less than you would expect it to. It seems. I'm sorry. This would be like I should have said. This would be like pine wood heavily reinforced. So it has like metal studs and stuff built into it. With the chainsaw, it does begin to tear like chunks out of it and begin going through it. But you can see it's quite thick. You did do enough damage to begin breaking it, but it is still intact.
I'm focusing near the lock.
Oh, sorry, are you trying the lock specifically?
I'm just focusing on the wood around the lock.
Around the lock.
Yeah.
So you're trying to carve out a part of it.
Yeah.
I'd say with like doing that, you maybe manage to carve out like half of the lock mechanism.
Okay. Let's do it again.
Use 2 more charges on it. So I mean that'll still hit. It's
Okay.
just 7 plus, but it's more to see if you crit on it.
Okay.
Anything.
Oh, is it 2?
9,
1d10. So
1d10,
plus
4d8. Unless you roll really bad. 11,
10, 15 plus the 2, so it's
should be
17.
26. So 26 more points. So you basically, as you manage to rend out a hole around the area where this lock mechanism is, and the lock drops to the floor with a metal thud as you have a lovely hole in the door. The mechanism for it now works. You can force the door open.
Okay. Sometimes subtlety isn't the key.
That's one way to solve a puzzle.
Gordian knot thing going on.
I mean, like that's how Wash solved the puzzle.
Back to subtlety is not key. We go back to Vosh and Zoldan, with Zoldan holding a key, Vosh large and in charge. So you're trying this key on the chain around your ankle. Nothing.
He would ask, "Hey, Vosh, is there a key maybe over there? Because this one's not working on mine."
All right, let me go and check. I'll go over there.
Yep.
I'll open up the back of the
Toilet tank?
Yep, and just look in there first. See if I see anything.
No key.
I don't see anything in the tank.
What about on the tub? that you destroyed.
I'll look in the tub then see.
You look at the smashed remains of the tub. Can you give me an investigation check as you have shattered porcelain and murky water?
Nat 20?
Nat 20 plus 5.
I'm going to roll something real quick.
25.
So you see, amongst the shattered pieces of porcelain and water, a small key seems to have spilled out as you did immediately break the tub.
I'll grab the thing. Found it.
You toss it over?
Yeah, not toss it. I'm walking it over to you.
Yeah. As he drags the large chunk of stone behind him.
I guess subtlety is not in your thing, isn't it?
I don't like being chained up.
You give him the key.
I give him the key.
I like to try to use it.
Yep, it undoes the lock for your ankle.
I guess that other one's probably mine.
No crap, Sherlock. I'm going to take the hacksaw, though.
Yeah, you have a hacksaw.
I would use the other key to get that thing
And
off.
I would like to investigate the dead body.
Yep. As you look closer, you can see
Go back
the
down.
dead body seems to be some kind of a scarecrow made up to look like a human. The blood, upon like closer inspection, seems to be fake.
Well, no, that's pretty well thing for something like that. It's fake.
Well, I need to see if I can find where my equipment is.
Both of our equipments are taken, so I guess this is going to be a test, or as it said, want to play a game.
Oh gosh.
So
Alright,
we got 2 doors. Great.
Is that what those are? All right.
Yeah, they got doors.
So we want to take the left or right, or is it just one person?
I'll take the one in front of me if you want to take the one in front of you.
That's fine then.
All right. So yeah, I go to
All
that
right.
one. He goes to that one.
You go through the door.
Yep.
All right.
I go for the other door.
You go through the door. It slams shut behind you, and you hear a click, click.
Ah, darn it.
You do see next to you as you go through, there seems to be a trunk containing your belongings.
All right.
Good choice on doors.
I'll get all my.
Because I will say, yours were on that side, whichever one of you picks the door. Zoldan, as you go through, you find yourself in a different room containing your belongings.
Cool. I got my belongings back, but I'm kind of separated from Zoldan again. Right.
Stuff back on and everything.
Yeah, same. I've already put my stuff back.
I should have used that different.
I take the hacksaw with me, though.
Yeah, you do have a hacksaw now.
At least this is a good medical equipment at the very least.
Oh, that was him. Sorry. Frog, as you make your way through, you hear, now you've carved this hole through, Vosh saying, "Oh, I seem to have made it through, but I don't see Zoldan anywhere."
Wait.
You turn to your side and you see,
Frog?
next to the room you're in, sorry, 1 second, it is Brain Hurdy, room 8. You see to the left of you, Frog, just barely through this door. In front of you, you see too many maps. I mean, well, if you guys are leaving the room, you can get rid of this one and this one. Oh, yeah, I'll take this one. Oh, yeah, you've been stockpiling with me. Good. As you basically have forced your way through this door, you see in front of both of you a large, open, almost chasm-like area filled to the brim with needles.
Oh, great.
Small little platforms, about 5 by 5 space nearby.
Like syringe needles or like
No, just needles. It's completely full of needles, like sewing needles. And this entire, all of the open space.
how tall is this?
Um,
We can stand in this one fine.
This is open height room, about 10-foot ceiling. But so in the meantime, I will say for Zoldan, you
boy.
find a different room.
And I don't know if they're on the other side of it.
Yours actually does lead to another one of these crawl spaces. So it begins like as you walk through the door, punches down to a crawl. As you would make your way here, and you find an open chamber. One path seems to lead back towards the way you came from. 3 doors seem to lead forwards.
Oh, great. More selection doors. What's next?
He says to himself. I'll loop back to Jasper and Jim.
Or do we still just kind of keep like sawing around the?
I mean, if you the blade goes all the way around the seam of this. There doesn't seem to be any hinges or anything on this door to try and jimmy.
Okay.
My question.
Can we?
So,
Right.
Miss Door?
I don't know which of those I am.
Alright, that's fair enough. Would you please try opening for us?
I don't seem to know how.
Can we try to push it? Just
Yeah.
push.
Forcing it doesn't really seem to work.
Just feed him the table.
I am a bit ish.
Are you?
I could eat.
Okay. What should we? Do we really have anything?
Try eating one of the chairs.
The chair lets out like the tiniest scream. The door like bites a leg off. Oh, very piney.
You like it?
Yeah, I can take or leave it.
We've got more for you if you want.
Really?
I think I'm okay for now.
Would you prefer something else?
I don't know what I fancy.
Try feeding it whatever rations we got.
This is much better.
Good enough to open up for us?
I would if I could.
Mm.
You seem quite kind.
Yeah, they don't have to be though.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. If I knew how to open, I would.
Anybody over there know how do you open?
Kiddo.
Yeah, I don't think they want to be eaten either.
No. Kiddo. I would say that one chair just keeps screaming now.
Oh, you should probably put this thing out of its. Does it feel pain? I don't know.
Yes.
Starling pretends to.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the screaming kind of hints that it does.
The chair wobbles a little. It motions with like the upper, or no, it would motion with 2 of its other legs. It motions towards the missing one.
Oh, well, feed the rest of it to the door.
It screams until it is eaten. Then it turns to gurgling, bubbling from inside its stomach.
And Jem is just like,
Much
The
more
door looks
peaceful.
fatter now. You got like a little bulge to it.
seriously?
What? Did you want to look through that?
Delicious. It is much quieter now.
Yeah.
I have noticed the door is getting a little plumper.
Perhaps we should carve a little bit out of it.
Doesn't sound too nice to me.
No, it doesn't. Got a lady here. She doesn't want to see violence.
Yes.
Here,
The one with the gun doesn't want to see
Yeah.
violence.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
here.
She should probably
Here,
turn around.
Hey,
Or...
first out the things.
Yeah,
she would say that if Anna was here.
It's
What is
coming
he-
right at you. You should probably shoot it.
I feel a disturbance in the forest.
I'll loop back.
She doesn't shoot it. I'll throw a chromatic orb at it.
All right. You cast chromatic orb at the door.
Yep.
Oh boy. All right. Roll to hit.
Probably is 24.
24 does hit the door.
For
I get it.
11 fire damage.
With 11 damage, you see it impacts against the door. You see like a shimmer of magic as some kind of enchantment on the door rebuffs the damage contained. I will say it's something reinforced enough. You probably need to deal more damage to harm it. It has basically, think like Baldur's Gate. You gotta deal so much damage to break this thing.
Alright, so we probably might have to do it at the same time.
Yeah, I'm kind of standing next to it. Too.
There is a way to get the door to open.
That's nice.
There is a hint in the room, I'll tell you that much.
Or with a zombie. Yeah, like
It is a puzzle. Despite the other guys.
Everyone else solved their puzzles.
Yeah, you solved your puzzle.
Well,
Boss broke his.
yeah, I broke.
He solved the door open.
Every gem
Yeah,
is
you
on
gave me
the
a chainsaw last.
I don't blame you. I just thought it was funny.
Zombie.
I could have chopped my leg off.
You say it.
Because they're pet league.
What's that?
I don't know. It's written on the table over there.
I don't know. Do we like switch the letters around? Maybe. I don't.
Ibizo.
Ibizo.
We got a place in Ibiza.
That didn't open me. Mosby.
Got any ideas, Justin?
So when this is just for me, when they fed the chairs also had like faces on it?
Little faces.
Little faces.
It's pretty way too loud.
I'd say it's like a very shrill little scream, though. Like Jim's scream. I'll loop back after
Okay, yeah,
a
well,
little while.
yeah, me and Mark will just stare at the drawing.
I'll see what goes on. Zoltan, what do you do here, alone in this room?
Well, there's 3 doors at this point.
So there's 4 technically. There is one route you haven't seen.
Which selection to choose from? I'm actually gonna go this way and see what happens.
Crawl backwards.
Yep.
I had a feeling.
You see a wooden door with a face.
Oh.
I mean, my character's like, what in the heck?
Oh, I'm a door.
I can see that.
You guys hear what the door says.
We know you're a door.
Yes, but I was telling him I'm a door.
No,
I already know you're a door too.
yeah, he knows you're a door.
No, and you hear this. No, I'm telling the man on the other side of the door.
Hello?
You don't hear Zoltan.
And there's
Yes,
another guy.
hello, I'm here.
There's another guy behind the door.
Yes, he's a taller man, white hair, big sword, half naked.
Oh, yeah.
I have my clothes back on.
I'm imagining you like still putting your stuff back on.
Yeah.
Like, Zoldan? He's on the other side of the door?
Is your name Zoldan?
Yes.
Yes, his name is Zoldan.
Zoldan, can you hear us?
I don't believe you. You better show us.
I don't know how. You hear this.
My other question
don't
is,
hear Zoldan.
why is Zoldan half naked?
Why are you half naked?
Long story. I'm not going to answer that right now.
He doesn't want to answer that.
Okay.
How do I get you opened in order to get them out?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, how do you know there's somebody
You
on the
only
other side?
you only hear the door. Well, he's hearing the door's half of the conversation, so you can't hear through the door.
Ugh.
Okay. Oh, please don't do that.
Why not?
It would be quite painful.
For me or you?
For me. You guys hear the door.
Right, uh-oh. I think we should step back.
I think we should step back.
You know what? I'm gonna see what Zul'dan would do. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna be right
I
here
mean,
in the corner.
it's asking you not to hurt it. But, sir, I'm but a humble door. I don't want to be shut, but I don't know how to open.
Try not to scream too loud.
There must be a peaceful resolution for me. I'll help you if I can.
He's not there.
Hold on, I need to check real quick. Look, even with a -3 on persuasion, he gets a 15 on being convincing.
Should I roll insight?
You won.
Let's see if he's actually telling the truth. Because I got a +8 in insight.
Yeah.
Let's see.
17 + 8.
The door is being very genuine. He doesn't know how to open himself.
He's just like anime blink, like.
Really?
How does that even work?
I don't know. Perhaps your friends have some idea.
Okay, let me see what. Is there it? You can communicate with them, right?
Yes, I can communicate with them.
See if there's anything around the room and see if there's any kind of like hint or puzzle, like we had to do.
The door repeats what Zoldan said. See if there's anything in the room or anything around, some kind of a puzzle.
All we see is a talking two-faced table with the word zombie drawn and written in blood.
All they see is a talking two-faced table with the word zombie, and as the door says the word, it slides open. Written on it. Oh my, I seem to be opening.
Oh.
I think you figured it out.
Oh, so we just had to get him to say zombie. Okay.
Oh, that makes... And as the door begins talking, you see it loses its animation magic and returns to a mundane door.
What happened? What happened to the door?
I guess the secret password worked.
Oh, okay. So we just had to get him to say it. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Oh, that worked.
You're playing in the other room.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
I bet you could have shot your way through that.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I was not going to shoot.
You would
More with
burn a good bit of time trying to get
Even
through them.
then.
I'll plug your ears for you.
Well, at least you didn't have to go what I. At least we'll.
Oh, wait, is he still half naked?
I don't know. How
He's
close
still, like,
is Zoltan? He's like throwing on his armor.
Yeah, he's throwing on his armor. Like you could see his pants, his shirt, and all that. But he's putting on his armor and everything.
Okay, again, why were you half naked?
Well, we got knocked. Me and Vosh got knocked out.
And what happened after that?
You know, the implication.
Tied up, or no, not tied up.
Oh, so they like you.
For some reason, Bosch is getting angry.
Bosch gets an uncomfortable chill as we return.
I would say chained up to the wall. I mean, what else do you do?
Do you have both your kidneys? Let me roll to see if you're
Something
missing kidneys.
It's like Bosch is like, why do I have the sudden urge to punch Zoldan right now?
I'll loop back. We can loop back to.
Jeff is just starting to have like some questionable thoughts, like what the heck was going on.
Look, we were hog-tied and everything.
I seriously, for some reason, I wanted to punch Zoldan so freaking hard right now.
I missed her asking why Zoldan's gonna be in here. He said, "Oh, we got knocked out. We woke up, chained up, hog-tied." Hold it up.
And Bosch is just getting these instances of like really wanting to punch Zoldan for some reason.
We'll loop back to Vosh, Rug, and Hanu.
Oh my god.
It's okay, let it all out.
Goodness gracious.
How far down are these needles?
So the needles from the platform you're on, they seem to be about a 24-foot drop below these platforms.
Bailey? No, you're short.
The carpet flying here.
Carpet can
Connor, can you reach those needles?
You said how far down are they?
about 3-4 foot down.
Can I try to reach over? Yeah.
You bend over everything.
You
I
just want
mean,
me to grab a couple?
I don't
Yeah.
think your arms are long enough for 4-foot reach.
Yeah.
I mean,
Vosh could.
you could have Vosh hold
Hold
you
me.
down to reach them.
You want to help me? Well,
You sure you want to do that?
are you still huge?
No.
Yeah, I'll say you can't fit through that doorway.
Yeah, no, I shrunk down right afterwards.
Or
You should just burn
could
down.
I just hold
I can
Vosh?
I mean, you could hold Vosh, or Vosh could hold you. If either of you's holding the other one, you could reach the needles.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's holding who?
You want to hold me?
Yeah, I'll try to hold.
I'll probably be easier to
You-
hold.
Give me a strength check.
That wasn't a good idea.
Vosh is a lot stronger as well.
This would be funny though.
Got a fucking 5.
Oh shit. Yeah, this is gonna be funny.
All right, so Vosh,
This is gonna be funny.
very slow cinematic. Hanu holds you like, as you
Hey,
bend
don't let
down,
go of me.
holding by the ankles. And for a moment, Hanu thinks he hears something behind him, the squeaking of a horn. As he turns back for a moment, his
I
hand
said don't let
slips
go.
as you dump face first into the sting of the needles. Jeez, we've hit somebody's phobia today. Oh, oh. That's
How many points?
as you take 12 points of piercing damage and
Ow.
come out looking like a pincushion. You can stand up very painfully in this and get out.
Yeah, I'd get out. I'm like,
Grab a couple of needles on your way.
He's got a couple in him.
Oh.
yeah. As I glare at Han when I get out, I'm like,
Vosh comes
There you
out
go,
looking
Frog.
like a porcupine.
He got a couple. I told
Thank
you.
you.
I told you.
Out of his face.
Acupuncture, it's great.
Examine the needle.
Yeah. They seem to be different sized sewing needles.
Nothing unusual about them.
Some of them old and rusty.
And so these platforms, does it look like we can jump to them?
You could.
I'm gonna try.
well,
to just
after
jump
I
to
get
one.
all those needles out of
The
me.
first one, easy enough, 5-foot jump, you make it over. No check required.
Yeah, I would jump on the one over here.
Jump over. They got about enough space for one person. Oh, sorry, I did do one thing. My bad. This would be relevant. I don't have all of this room out. My bad.
How dare you?
Oopsie daisy.
How dare you?
Sorry, this one's a double room.
Here goes my idea.
How far can you guys see in the dark, by the way?
60 feet.
Yeah, 120 feet.
120 foot. So
Alright,
yes,
60
that would be
feet.
relevant. I need a little more space here. Sorry, so you would see this room carries on for quite a distance. What is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 100.
So I can see to here.
Yeah, so Hanu, you can see to the end of the room. You can see on the far side, there appears to be a door, some kind of a gong hanging, and some kind of placard with what seems like it might be writing on it, but it's
Like numbers. Like a stop buff? Is it
Uh,
Ninja Warrior?
You see, there's some kind of fire. It looks like it may have something written on it, but it's too far away to see.
Alright, I'll tell him there's a gong at the end and it looks like I see some writing.
I want. Okay, I'm gonna try to get up a little bit closer.
It's a 10-foot jump. Yep. You can make that. Let's see. What's your strength?
It's
16?
16.
I would say you can make that jump easily enough. Though you don't have too much space. It'd basically be from these. It would be like a standing leap. So I'd say 10 foot with 16 strength. You can make easy enough.
So how would it be to
The
do
next
this one?
platform is 15 feet away. You would need to make an athletics check to try and make the jump.
There's no way.
Frog watches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try doing the jump.
All right.
Oh.
Well, I am the strong one here.
No, I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
That was to myself.
Oh shoot. That's a 9 plus 7.
Is enough. You do make the jump.
Okay.
So Vosh definitely, powerfully leaps his way across. The next jump is about 20 foot.
Oof. But can I see barely see the gong from where I am?
I
I want to see if I can.
Yes, just.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pull out my bow and arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to shoot the gong.
You shoot the gong. As you do, the platforms quickly pull out from under you.
Shoot.
And Hanu,
Sorry.
as
I had an idea.
these needles, basically it drops you in, and the needles pour in surrounding both of you.
Great.
That sucks.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know. I was taking an educated guess.
Leave those to Frog and I, please.
Oh, I mean, my
roll
intelligence.
some dice.
It
Sounds
makes
like a
sense.
lot.
It is kind of a lot. As you take 24 points of piercing damage, because you're basically surrounded on all sides by these needles stabbing into you. I will say, for either of you to move, you will take damage at this point.
Okay,
And these platforms are basically descended at this
Can
point.
I still see the other side?
So it's basically dunked you down about 5 foot. You're like almost neck deep in
Okay.
these things right now.
All right.
Can I?
I'll see if Frog wants to do anything because he's kind of watching.
Okay.
He
I've
probably
been
reacts
watching.
first.
I'm going to try to deftly climb down so
Yep.
I don't fall into the needles.
Yep.
I got some dragon leather boots, so I'm hoping that'll give me some protection against them. Using my staff to balance me and try to get down on the needles.
She's trying to very carefully walk on them.
Yes.
Can you give me an acrobatics check? Oh,
Come on.
that was a 2 on the dice.
Acrobatics, it's a 5 total.
So, Frog, you begin moving on it and balancing your weight. You do feel, as you carefully balance your weight on all the needles, it does distribute your weight evenly and stop you from taking damage. But there's just a section you wind up going in where something, some of them shift and begin to, move around, and you do find yourself falling in.
Okay.
I would say you probably make it, though. You can move normally for this round, but you have one point where you stumble and take 10 points of damage.
Is this one still up, or is it just all
of those platforms?
All
dropped.
of them are down.
Bring it again.
These are 5 foot
Okay, I'm gonna-
squares.
Now, I will say, so if you guys do any kind of movement, they're 5 foot squares.
Well, I mean, I still have my bow out.
So you're moving slowly, so you'll move 30 foot total.
Yeah.
So basically, for what it was, right, is the platform quickly dropped on you. You're basically surrounded on all sides as these have filled in on you. If you do any kind of movement or action, you will take more damage.
I'm gonna chance it, and I'm gonna try to ring the gong again. See if I can get these things back out.
All right. You move through.
I'm
As
gonna try to
you
get it
do,
back up. That's all.
you take 11 points of damage.
That's fine.
You ring the gong. Nothing happens.
Well,
Seemingly nothing happens.
Cast Dimension Door and try to get to the other side.
What does Dimension Door do?
I have 5. As long as I can see the space. Let me look at it specifically.
And this was something I had missed last time, actually. I will say, because it should have been relevant before, but I know Frog could teleport last time.
Uh-huh.
You would begin casting the spell and feel something seems to be
Stop it.
blocking. But
Okay.
you are, I'm going to not burn your spell slot for it, but
Okay. Thank you.
sorry, flying and teleportation should have been blocked in this space.
Well, fuck. I guess
I'm sorry, I remembered it this time. I meant to before.
What if I turn into a raven with my cloak? I feel like birds. You know, they're light on their feet.
They're significantly lighter.
So would that like maybe prevent some damage?
I would say you can basically you take the damage to climb up out of the needles, because otherwise, if you turn to a bird now, you
would just
probably get immediately hit, and
Yeah.
you don't have a lot of health as the raven, right?
Yeah, I think it has
It's like
20 HP or something.
I mean, so I'd say you have like two options of you could turn into a raven and do an acrobatics check to see if you can like dodge as it kind of caves in that spot, or take the turn to push yourself out and then
I'll take the turn to push myself out. And
you become Oh, but also, you know things can't fly here.
Yeah, I just don't want to be a fucking 350-pound turtle on a
Understandable
bed of needles.
Okay, so you basically climb up out of it and take that would be 9 points of damage. But afterwards, when you turn into a raven, you are light enough you can walk on the needles without damaging yourself. Basically, just flitting around carefully and dodging the points. But I'll say, as a bird, you are light enough to avoid damage on this.
Yes, and then if you let me just walk as far as I could.
I don't know what Raven's walk speed would be.
Fly speed is 50, so...
No, that's not going to be its walk speed,
I'd
though.
say, like, half that? I mean...
I don't even think.
Like
20? Let me see if it has one for 5e. Because I imagine it's probably a lot lower. Which is somewhat relevant currently. 10-foot walk speed.
Okay.
So, Hanu walks 10 foot for this round. Vosh, so you kind of shot. I mean, did you want to like pull yourself out? I'm assuming. Yes. Because you take the damage doing that for the turn. Yeah. All right. So you're basically back on top of the pile of needles.
Ow.
I mean, you guys are pretty loose initiative. I mean, let's leave you guys for 1 second and loop back to the other ones.
My character. Okay. Sorry, I don't think.
No, it's okay. It'd be Zoldan, Jim, and Jaster. You would see 3 identical doors in front of you. They seem to be pine wood doors with a little golden doorknob on them.
I guess everyone's going down their own specific doorway.
I guess so.
Seems to be the way it's working down here.
I guess I go down this one.
Right.
All right. You check the door. It is unlocked. You feel the knob turns normally.
Right. Can I open mine?
Firework through.
All right. As you open the door, what frightens Jaster?
Oh.
What is basically well, one part is give me a wisdom saving throw. The second part is what is Jaster's like worst nightmare situation?
Probably being tied up again.
Jaster's like being tied up.
Yep.
So I mean, do you think like his past thing would be like traumatic for him?
Yeah.
I'd imagine you'd see in front of you, you open the door, and you see an image. You see yourself strapped to this surgical chair, face being cut off by all these frolicking, happy, cheerful half-gnomes. They're celebrating and mocking you as you scream in agony as they take apart your face and now your limbs. All while you still live. You're being tortured and suffering. Unable to do anything. You feel yourself frozen in the moment. Horrified as you take. That's big. 27 points of psychic damage. So yeah, it was kind of high.
That is very...
Yes, it was a bad trap. And then after a moment or two, you come to, and behind the door, you just see solid stone.
Oh, nothing behind this door.
I would say like you also probably you have like the afro-y hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
More frizzled than before, little frosted tinges on it.
Absolutely nothing behind this door.
You can smell.
Can you give me a like deception check as you say this? You sound very convincing, like stone cold face.
Yep.
Just a little bit of blood from the ears and nose.
What was his inside? What was his?
24.
Okay, yeah, that folds out.
Yeah, he sounds convincing. Jim, do you try the door, Soldan, or Jim?
Well, I kind of figure we're all trying out the door, so.
Your door is locked for Jim.
Okay.
I will open up my door.
Your door is also locked.
What?
Okay, well, my door is locked.
Same here.
How about you, Dexter?
It was unlocked, but there was nothing but a wall. And
Why not try to pick yours, Jim?
Okay, guess I could try.
All right. Be sleight of hand.
Oh. Does that count? I didn't really.
No, you don't want to get.
I got a 10 plus 7, so.
You can re-roll it.
Okay, yeah.
I watch it fly out of your hands. Communicate.
Yeah, cause I tried to grab it and just.
See if she gets worse.
Not 20.
Not worse.
Perfect.
So, Jim, very deftly, this is quite a difficult lock. It does take you some time attempting to pick it, but with very skilled, nimble fingers, you do manage to work the door open. As you do, you see it leads forwards to an open hallway that seems to lead down and take a turn a little while, a little further down, but nothing crazy behind the door.
All I see is another hallway.
I'm going to try to slash my door open.
Okay. Give me an attack.
I can't. I don't have anything that can pick the lock unless Jem wants to come over here. Jem, can you, if you've opened that door, can you try to open mine? I don't know about.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't know about destroying it at this point.
Let me just kind of just fly over your shoulder. All right, so another sleight of hand.
I'll save you the roll. You begin trying to work the mechanism and find the mundane mechanics of this door seem to be unlocked, but it does not budge.
Oh.
It is unlocked, but I don't know. I think it might be jammed.
All right.
Oh, let me get out of the way first. You and your
3 plus 9.
3 plus 9 will hit a door, still.
Yeah, you really need to show off that sword.
I mean, basically roll your damage for the turn from your attacks.
Okay.
So, roll your other attack too. Just to see if you crit on it.
Just rolling again?
Yeah, because you got 2 attacks.
17.
So both hit. So roll damage for 2 attacks.
Okay. It's a D10, 1D10 plus 2D6.
Watch is just
plus
frustrating.
1D8.
And Jim, you're like looking down the hallway as he's doing it.
You're just like, you really like to show off that long sword. Okay.
It's a 9 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5.
9, 5, 3, 5, 22 plus your strength.
Plus 2.
Oh, and it's a plus 2 weapon, right?
Yeah, it's a plus 2 weapon.
So plus 4. So what's that? 22 plus 4, 26?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You do enough damage, you about halfway break this door.
Okay, and I roll another one?
Gashes break into it. Yeah. Actually, sorry, that's just for 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 6. That one's botched almost.
It's cocked. Yeah. You roll it. 6, 3. Did it again. That's fine.
6, 3, 2, 8.
So what? 9, 19 plus 4,
Mhm.
so 23. I'd say with that, that is enough. Powerful slash. You manage to cut your way through the doors. You see, like, the magic holding it shut basically gets slashed away by your powerful weapon. As the other side opens up, Jim and Zoldan, can I get wisdom saving throws?
Uh-oh.
All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's see.
Ow, 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 ow.
6 plus 8.
12 plus 2, so 14.
6 plus 8.
14.
14.
So, before Zoldan, you see fire, darkness, a voice taunting and laughing as you see yourself and your friends writhing in agony, burning the pits of Avernus. So your very souls being tortured.
by demons.
Then you see a giant version of Vosh's cat lunging
no.
towards
No,
you.
not-
It tears through Zoldan and goes down to bite down on your head.
Like, what can we do?
Oh no!
Get away!
Volrune, that was it.
Balloon.
Volune. I was so close. I knew
You
I'd
always
get it wrong.
keep saying room.
I knew I'd get it wrong. That's why I didn't want to say it.
Balloon.
Oh, that's A. No, actually, I think as bad as yours. As you would both take
Oh,
math, almost there, 24 points of psychic damage.
Oh. okay. And I kind of feel like Jen would be freaked out more of the. I
So
don't remember what
there was
kind of-
another
what kind of-
feat.
I keep forgetting the name. The cat with the 2 spiky tails. What are they called again? The
a displacer beast.
Okay.
So I would say instead of it wouldn't be like the kitten version of Volrune, it would be a full-size displacer
Okay,
beast.
yeah,
Balloon.
Jem. Okay, after
Balloon.
Jem. Okay,
Balloon.
after
Balloon.
Jem gets like her memories back, I think she's like more terrified of Displacer Beast even more because she remembers something in the past. As I thought of this.
She's been traumatized by displacer beasts.
That's kind of why she got attacked when we were at the mansion and like her fear, like
Yeah.
hidden fear deep within her. I kind of feel like that would be like her most fearful thing, our Displacer Beast.
Hmm.
I'll give you the details on why later.
Is it traumatic backstory of mother being killed by a displacer beast?
Good guess.
There was another fear I had my character thought of.
What was Zoltan's?
Besides that, him seeing himself becoming a demon himself because of his lost soul.
You could so it could even be more like you're seeing yourself being bound and forced to torture your friends.
Yes,
and torment
that's
them.
terrifying. Like you could see he's no longer a fallen ASMR; it's full bound demon.
But regardless, you'd see Zoltan, hair whiter and standing on end, Jim, face gaunt and white, as you all kind of pop around the corner looking much worse for wear.
What in the heck?
And you would see also, behind the door, stone wall.
So yours was the right door.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's just go, please.
Yeah, let's just go.
And nothing ever happened in this room. Now we go back to the literal pit of needles.
Ow!
What were you guys doing from where you were at?
I'm kind of stuck at the moment.
Just over the needles.
So you just try. Oh yeah, so you can basically hop harmlessly along.
It's gonna take a while.
I want to do careful movements across.
So you just kind of copy what you've seen Frog doing, just try and walk over. It is an acrobatics check to try and move.
I'm pretty good at acrobatics checks.
Now you've kind of seen Frog balance the weight. I'd say for Frog, every time you try and move, it would be half speed trying to move carefully, and an acrobatics check.
That's 6 and 3.
A 9
A
total.
9.
Acrobatics. 16.
A 16 is a success. A 9 is a failure.
What if I did it with athletics though? I could have done it with that.
Unfortunately, you can't walk through the needles more strongly. So it's
Okay.
you
Okay.
try and move carefully.
Try and move carefully.
But it's again the point of at certain points you kind of stumble and continue stabbing yourself, just riddled with these needles. You just shift your weight the wrong way. Frog, you managed to maintain your balance, kind of supporting yourself with the staff. But yes, Vosh, you will take more damage.
some point you realize that athletics wasn't the right.
But you do move half speed, so you can make so you take 9 more points of damage, but you do get to move the. It would be. I'm assuming you're dashing, so
Yeah, but
it would
carefully.
so it'd be you get 30 foot of movement.
So I'd be
Yeah, so you can
1,
get the
2, 3, basically.
no, so you'd be able to get double that if you're dashing.
Right. Okay.
So you could do 15 foot of movement.
All right.
Full speed.
No,
Oh,
dashing.
sorry.
So
I was doing.
yeah, I'm assuming they movement and dash,
Right.
so they can get 30 foot at least. Hanu happily can hop along 20 foot. Tweet, tweet.
All right.
Making my way. Oh, actually, it'd be half speed.
Careful.
You know, I'm
dash.
moving.
I'm just gonna.
Well, it's kind of moving as quickly as you can while moving carefully. So it's
Yeah.
half as fast as you normally would run.
So I'm gonna do it again.
Go for it.
That's a 16 plus 3, so that's better. That's a 19 altogether.
13 plus 3. So there's enough. So you managed to move. Vosh, you do make your way to the other side.
Ow, ow, ow,
30.
ow, 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 ow.
Frog right on the edge.
Once I get to the other side, I start pulling out all the needles that are in me. Ow,
Yeah.
ow, ow, ow.
Do anything, Hanu?
Yeah.
He's hopping along
Just
nice
hopping.
and slow.
Don't do that 20 feet at a time.
19?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, succeeded.
So Frog just very careful. After the first tumble, Frog just very delicately, like walking a tightrope, off, supporting his weight so it never shifts the wrong way, makes it through harmlessly.
What's the sign say?
What languages do you speak?
I speak
Common, Draconic, and Giant.
Common, Gnomish, Elvish, and Draconic.
So not in a language you understand.
Wait for me, I can read it. Just
Tweet, 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 tweet. So after, hold on, so that'd be one, hold on. I'm doing math in my head, don't mind me. Do you guys do anything for the other round of Hanu hopping across?
Yeah, it's like I would probably say I tried to do something smart and did something stupid, and I paid for it.
We all do.
Ow.
So after like a little more of the Raven hopping across, you would hear the shifting of a mechanism after it's been about 30 seconds as the platforms raise back up.
Parseto.
I'm assuming like Hanu just carefully hops across this light little bird.
And once I get there, I just turn back into Hanu, and then I try to read that.
In a language you're not familiar with, but you'd be able to tell is Elven. It would read,
Okay. Thank you.
watch your step, or when in doubt, just shout.
Did you say it was Elven?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
I said Elven.
Oh, then I'm dumb. No, double dumb. I said Elven. I meant Sylvan. Yes, big difference. One would make more sense for witches. Well, I mean, both could, but yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, had a few things. I'm tired today. But yes, when in doubt, shout all clear.
So, all clear. I'm gonna shout it.
You watch as the room, you see all the needles begin funneling down and sifting out as if falling through the floor, leaving about a 10-foot deep, empty section of the room. All you see left behind is spots of blood where where the few of you had, been poked,
Okay.
as well as a single piece of hay.
Needle in a haystack.
I hate a needle stack. I hate a needle stack.
But you guys do make your way to the door as well.
Alright, let's go through.
Yeah, let's get through this. Ow.
As you all make your way through, you find yourselves in another hallway.
And I would apologize to Hanu. I'm like, Sorry, Hanu. I was trying to do something smart. I'm sorry.
Hey, no, I probably would have done the same.
You guys hear down the hall the sound of Hanu and Vosh talking.
Hey guys.
As you turn the bend,
And I would say, "Hi, ow."
So like they go down one, and then we meet. In the
converges in the middle of a hallway.
Well, you guys got hurt too.
Yeah, you all look terrible. Except I think Frog looks decent, right?
Well, I still got some damage.
I have a bunch of like little needle holes in my body.
we got some acupuncture in our little.
Yeah, I'd imagine like Vosh with how much he took. You, oh,
I got
yeah.
fucked up.
I'd say you guys are pretty bad. You probably still got walking around looking like Pinhead.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I pulled them all. Like maybe I forgot one inside. Like
Ow.
I keep
Ow.
the, I keep the ones in my face.
Yeah, you keep the ones that feel good.
Look like a pinhead.
Well, at least you didn't. Well, at least you didn't
That
take
can be
psychic
canon. I don't
damage.
mind.
we fell into a freaking pool full of
Yeah.
needles.
I'd say it's like they all look, gaunt facial expression,
They look like they've seen
exhausted.
ghosts.
Yeah, very weary, but also probably like some blood pouring from like ears and nose. That
Yeah.
wiped it off, but traumatized.
Did you guys see any clowns?
Kind of like that. So
Clowns? No. Other than me and Bosch being chained up to the walls.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
don't want to be chained up
want
again.
to ask you something later about that, Vosh.
Oh yeah, I got this sudden feeling that I needed to hit you for some reason.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Saying it like that.
I know.
He
Jen
makes
just
it so much worse.
Jen just kind of like looks at the two of them back and forth, just like, okay.
I guess you're supposed to keep that.
And after a lot of fun with the puzzles, you all find yourselves, and this is a much more open area, probably about 10 foot high, about wide enough for two people to walk through.
I will walk.
The stone looks, more cleanly hewn here, and you do come across a large door. It's unlocked,
I opened the door.
and what you see, we'll
Right,
find
right.
out next time.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Chickens.